Hello, welcome back to the Level Up Show once again. It's me, Panda, and coming to hang out in the show with us again is Lemur, my co-host. Today we got a few things to talk about. We're going to be talking about official release date for Gotham Knights. We got some state of play from PlayStation, announcing that a Gundam game from over in Japan are coming over to the United States. And we're going to be talking about a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters. They hit some stride in numbers. So just a few things to talk about for the show. Obviously, the big one we'll be talking about is Gotham Knights. It's one of the games that me and Lemur have both been looking forward to getting. It had a release date before, then it got pushed back. I think they said it was going to be 2023, but it's actually going to now officially going to be released in October 25th of this year. So around about the end of the third quarter for video games. Lemur, what do you think?
I thought it was going to come out earlier because of what I said last week, but October, I'm excited for it. Uh, it's been a while for a nice, Batman game since the last Arkham.
Arkham Knight, yeah. Same
Um,
creators, everything's the same when it comes to Arkham Knights, obviously.
yeah, and I like the storyline that they're doing with this. The owls, the night
The
owls.
Court of Owls. Yes, the Court of Owls is
Yeah.
the main villain for the Arkham Knights. So, a couple of questions that we can bounce some ideas off of. Obviously, we're going to be talking about this for a bit. So, do you think there's going to be other villains that are going to cameo or show up throughout the gameplay? Kind of like Arkham Knights, the main villain usually was Joker, or there was a big main villain, and then there was other villains sprinkled throughout the game, like obviously the Riddler, and you had to go complete Riddler challenges, and you had Harley to get in the way.
I I think so. It's not a Gotham game, Batman game without it. But again, this is after Batman passing away.
Is
So
that what they said? Because I don't know what happened to Batman. I might have to rewatch the trailer.
I believe it's because I think it's after he passes away.
He passes away. Okay.
But I don't know. They really didn't have to give us that much information about it.
So we
Hopefully,
know there's
they'll start releasing more information after a while. But we'll see.
4 knights. You got my boy Red Hood. We got Nightwing, Barbara Gordon, and Robin, which is the guy who comes right to Robin. I don't ever remember his actual name. I always forget now.
Tim Drake.
Tim Drake.
Yeah, Tim Drake.
Tim Drake's Robin. Barbara is just recovering, or just recovered after being Oracle, being in the wheelchair, recover rehabilitation. Has now become Batgirl. So it's around that same timeline as well. So I'm interested where they're going to go with the story. What villains would you like to see? And then what villains are you most likely thinking will show up in the Arkham Knight series?
The ones I would like to see, I would like to see Clayface come in. Really, under the radar villain. Um, but it's not a Batman game without the Joker in it. He'll probably bring an appearance out there or something, or you might have to investigate him to ask him where these owls are at and stuff like that. You know, I think that's what's going to be. I feel like you're going to have to capture villains to figure out where the court hours is.
Or hiding out throughout
Yeah,
Gotham?
yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure, in my opinion, I think Penguin will be a one.
Mm-hmm.
Riddler's always a staple with his riddles, his side quest
Mm-hmm.
things to do. That's a big one. I definitely see that. I'd like to see some Two-Face, some main Two-Face action. Um, give him some love too. He's a really good Batman villain.
Yeah.
Uh, some other good ones in there. Obviously, Joker's a big one, but Joker always goes with Batman, so I don't know if we'll see Joker necessarily.
Yeah, maybe.
Batman and Joker always go together. They're
Yeah,
one and the same, and
yeah.
you can't have one without the other. So if Batman's dead, Joker is no longer wanting to be a part of things, in my opinion. At least what I've known of Joker.
He goes back to being a somewhat regular citizen or something
Regular citizen on the street.
on the streets.
But yeah, I'm hoping to see more villains than just the Quarter Hours, but the Quarter Hours is huge. And then I also forget who also is involved with the Court of Owls besides this underground society. I believe in the comics, I could be wrong. Martha and Bruce's dad, Thomas, there you go. I don't know why I almost forgot that. Thomas were helped build the Court of Owls Society or work together to help create or build up Gotham City, essentially. They
Yeah.
helped
So
the Waynes
the Waynes built Gotham,
yeah.
you know.
The Waynes,
And I think,
and then they're saying that Court of Owls as well. But they were underground. They're an underground society within Gotham, and they were left alone, type of thing. But it's going to be very interesting. The Court of Owls is something brand new to Batman comics within recent years, and now they've become so popular. Now they're getting to be a main villain bad guy. And it may not be Batman, but it's still the Bat family's main antagonist in this video game, which is just incredible just to see how within the recent years something like that became so popular, because it's so hard, because Batman has so many rows gallery villains. That's what makes Batman such a great character, because it's not just Batman, but all the villains that he has. Same thing with like Spider-Man, all the villains that he has. It's the rows gallery of nemesis that this character brings, and to introduce one and it becoming popular enough to be like, now it's a staple, is something to said of itself, which is just incredible just to see.
yeah, there was a movie, an animated movie of the Court of Owls and Batman. And I forget what it was called, but
It was one of the recent ones. I just don't remember.
yeah, it was one of the recent ones, and it was pretty good. And
the Talon, that's the guy. I was trying to think of the name that they had their assassins that come out from the Court of Owls, the Talons. Yeah.
But I'm excited. Finally, it got a date, and they pushed it back, so it better be better than what it was, and better than have no patches that we need right away.
It's really hard nowadays with like we'll talk about it. It's hard nowadays with video games. There's always, even with movies and video games all together, there's always nowadays, instead of be like, hey, this is the official release date, you gotta take it with a grain of salt, because they push it back because they try to make it better or make some last minute adjustments according to critics, how they have their like secret premieres people can watch and they want their opinion, and now they're like, well, they didn't like it, what can we change? Like, take Sonic for example, right? Everybody hated the first trailer of Sonic, how he looks with weird human teeth, and he just looked weird, and everyone doesn't make him like in the video games. Just make it look like that. Like, that's what we want. We don't care if it's not totally match up to real life. It's Sonic. He comes from another world essentially, and that's what they listen. And then Sonic became a really good movie.
Yeah,
because
Sonic 2
what would have happened if they would have stuck with it? People would have been like, "This is no."
It would have been a buzz, and then you just lost a good actor.
And now Mario is getting his own movie after all these years. Mario's finally getting a movie. Voices got to be played by Chris Pratt, aka Star-Lord. If you guys don't know the actor's name,
Star-Lord.
But it's just incredible to see like video games now, because it was really hard for a while for a video game, because a lot of people tried to make a video game into a movie, and then just fans are just shutting it down like, this is just trash. It's so hard. it's very hard for a video game to have
Yeah, well,
like
they started
so
with
much.
Street Fighter, Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat, but Mortal
Tekken
Kombat
Mansion.
they actually did a better job this time around than
Yeah, 100%.
previous. And
It's just hard because fans, like especially like super loyal friends, not friends, fans, super loyal fans become such harsh critics sometimes because it's not exactly like the video game. Well, there's also 60 hours of gameplay in some games. Like take Horizon, for example. There's like, if you including the side quests, there's probably like 200 hours worth of things to do. And you're not going to stuff 200 hours worth of things into one movie. You got to
as
pick and choose
yeah,
the storyline type of thing. You know what I mean?
another game that went to be a movie was Enchanted, right? With Tom Holland and
Uncharted. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I would like to go
me
see it.
neither. I haven't heard any negative or any positive from the movie, but I would
Yeah,
like to go see it.
I like to
But
go see it too. Um, it's just nice to see that it's actually sort of becoming successful. That these video games that we've played, like, because we play video games and essentially it's a movie. You're going through a mission. You're following the storyline of your character, and how hard is it to, I mean, I'm not a director, I'm not an actor, I'm not a producer, so I don't know everything that would go into it. But taking that storyline and just going, now it's a movie, with
yeah,
a really good actor. It doesn't have to be identical to the character, you know what I mean? But a good actor with a good story brings in some good money.
mm-hmm.
So it's kind of nice to see it now. Seeing like, I know we went a little bit off at a tangent, but seeing like, now a recent character gets its own, had a little animated movie, The Court of Owls, and now it's getting its own mainstream video game. And now I kind of want to see The Court of Owls and Batman. Like,
I feel like they're going to make like a show or something of it because look at how they're making all these spin-offs of Batman, you know?
yeah,
Like you got Gotham, you had Pennyworth. Now you got the new Batman movie. You're going to get some other stuff and I just saw some I was just reading today that they might make an HBO series of the Penguin with the guy that plays Penguin right now, Carol. Yeah, I
I
forget
don't
his
know
name.
the actor's name,
Yeah.
but it's just it's just nice to see it sort of becoming mainstream, and everything's becoming now mainstream. So all the things that either got made fun of growing up or wasn't very popular, or we are now everybody's into it, which is like kind of like, really, like you made fun of me for liking
For
all this
this,
stuff,
but now you're into it.
and now you're into it, and it's kind of like, well, I want you to be into it so I can get more of it, but at the same time it's like you didn't like it before, and it's those same people that go and be like, I was always this
Yeah,
person fan, and it's like, I
yeah.
don't think you
That's
were.
like it. Kind of irritated me when the Mandalorian came out and they made the Baby Yoda and like everybody just fell in love with it, and I'm like, do you even know the story? Do you even know what's going on? Haven't
I
even
mean,
watched
even
an episode of
Star
it?
Wars fans don't even know, like, because George Lucas, essentially kept Yoda's species and what was Yoda a secret. He wanted to just be a mysterious character that was just small, green, and very powerful
Yeah,
within the Force. So it was nice. So this is like teasing, like we're gonna get something, but I highly doubt they're gonna reveal much with it.
yeah. But like as a Star Wars fan, you understand.
Yeah,
Like the background story of it. But
yeah,
people that just saw Baby Yoda just like bam in stores or in like a trailer or something, it's like,
yeah,
oh, that's so cute, blah blah blah. But they don't know like the
yeah,
full, But I can't say that because I don't know everybody that actually watched it or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah. It is what it is. As long as I get more of what I love, I honestly don't care. You can say whatever you want. We all know the truth. You probably weren't, but
Yeah.
it is
Like
what it
everybody says, oh, how many times they're gonna remake Batman? Well, keep remaking. I don't care. I love it. Like there's different twists to each Batman movie, and it's always going to be a bit different twist.
is. Yeah. So, obviously we have the four knights. Which one are you most looking forward to playing?
Oh, Nightwing.
Nightwing.
Always. 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 I know, like, he. How do I say this with Nightwing? He just. I know he's not the best Robin and everything, but I know he's like the first one and everything. But to me, he always been that one that always had Batman's back no matter what, even if they fight or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that was the best part of him. Like no matter how angry he was with Batman, he still respected him and what he his lessons and his view.
Yeah. And, and what also makes Nightwing so great is he's almost on par detective skills as with Batman. So he has that best part of Batman. What makes Batman makes all these Batman fans believe that Batman can beat anyone is those research and detective skills that's on par with Batman. So for a
Yeah.
while, in the comics, and I always refer back to the comics, when something happened to Batman, I think he died and eventually he came back to life. He took over as Batman, and no one realized that Batman was, or Bruce Wayne and Batman. No one knows that, but Batman was actually dead. Because his detective skills still on par with Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need the fancy gadgets to tell him, how to do the detective work. That's what makes Batman Batman is those detective skills, and that was one of the best parts that Nightwing brought from Batman. So that's what makes Nightwing so good.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing his enemy, studying his enemy before he goes full-flown fledged into battle. Like my boy Red Hood, who feels like Batman betrayed him because he ended up quote unquote dying at some point,
Yeah.
and then coming back with full vengeance because Joker took a piece of Jason Todd, Red Hood, and destroyed that innocent part. And that's what Joker always tries to do to Batman. He did it successively to Robin, Jason Todd Robin, and made him into the character. And the reason he took the name Red Hood is because that's what in one of the comic series of Joker's background, he was a robber named Red Hood, and he took that name from him because he wanted to show it's that essential revenge. The one part that Batman can't ever do because it's his one code not to kill. Jason Todd does everything on par with Batman except for the one difference is he will kill his enemies because he believes it's the one way to truly stop them. Because he's, I don't think he's wrong. That's why I like him because if Batman would just kill Joker, the thing would just be over with. You don't have to worry about him escaping, Arkham Asylum for like the 50th time of the week,
Yeah.
type of thing. And then you have
Tim Drake.
Tim Drake, Robin, who's like a tech whiz.
Yeah.
That part of Batman's not what he liked. The part of Batman was he took that piece. So putting all these guys together, then you got Barbara, who's decoding, hacking skills, all that stuff. All of them together makes that Batman, makes a perfect Batman essentially.
Yeah.
Jason's Todd's skills of fighting hand-to-hand combat, if on par, if not almost maybe better at times than Batman. Because he doesn't hold back a punch unlike Batman because Batman doesn't want to kill anyone. So it's nice that they're like, all right, here's the Arkham Knight series, and now it's like here's Gotham Knights, and here's all the pieces of Batman that now have to fit together to get essentially, I think, through the storyline, which is
neat. And I think if this game becomes a success like all the other ones, like all the Batman games, I think it's going to be a lot more spin-offs with this. I think they're talking about Gotham Knight show.
And you did mention that. I think you said something about maybe doing a Gotham Knight show, which would be kind of cool. I'm not a big fan. I saw about the first 5 episodes of the Teen Titans live action.
Yeah.
And no, nothing on the actors. I don't like the storyline. Because obviously we talked about Nightwing always having Batman's back, regardless of what happened. And in this one, he's just, I hate Batman so much, whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that vibe. Like, that's not who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Ever would be.
Yeah, and then I think it was like the first episode where freaking Dick Grayson killed somebody. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is going
Well,
on
that's
here?
just my personal opinion. I didn't like it. Apparently, there's
Yeah.
still more seasons going on with it.
There are, and like now they just add. I think they just added
They added Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Yeah,
I think they're about.
I was
to
gonna
add
give it
some
a
Rick or
shot, and I was
something.
like, I just can't do it.
I don't know. Yeah.
But
their animated shows and their animated movies, keep it up. I love those.
yeah, they're good. I have to watch a few I've missed out. But all right, let's move on. Like Gotham Knights, there's only so much information we have. We're just speculating on things, the villains we'd like to see, obviously which characters we like the most. Got Nightwing over on Lemur's side. Obviously, I want to play some Red Hood. I would love to play some Barbara too in there. I don't know if it's going to be a co-op. I'm hoping it's co-op.
I hope it's co-op, but I think it's going to be like you have to use certain characters at certain times.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Like
a
you
Lego.
just can't do the same tune,
Yeah, you got. I gotta be Barbara someone because I gotta hack because Nightwing can't hack over here. Or the Hork and Red Hood, type of thing. It's gonna be fun. But I'm hoping that you get to work with, co-op with your friends since there's 4 nights and it's not a single player. I want it to be a co-op where you're like you be Barbara, I can be Nightwing. We can switch around and play.
Hopefully, it's like you can play with up to 4 people,
which would also be cool too. Get everyone in there to play. That'd be fun. So those are the kind of things that we're looking to see. Hoping characters, villains. I know on the official website there's still like 4 other question marks on Gotham City's maybe villains. They show the Court of Owls, obviously, because they're the main bad guy. So I'm hoping more. I'm hoping to see some more. Maybe other villains that we haven't seen yet in video games from the Batman Rose Gallery. There's been a lot of Batman, villains in there because of Arkham Knight.
And they try to fit as much villains as possible,
Yeah, so but we haven't seen. I don't remember seeing Clayface in the Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knights, no. Clayface wasn't one.
Yeah, so like
Mr. Freeze. I don't think I've
seen Mr. Freeze. That'd be a good one too. Something that hasn't been used in recent time back in the video game to see it in like, that Unreal Engine. I don't know what engine they're using in the game. So those are the kind of things that we're looking to see. What kind of things I want to know what you guys want to see in the video games. If you guys what villain would you like to see in Arkham Knights? Would you like to see a DLC where another Bat family member comes in? Let us know down in the comments. It'd be really great. Let us know. But we're gonna move on from Arkham Knights, and now we're gonna talk about from the PlayStation game State of Play. Is what they call their it's like Nintendo's Direct. This is the State of Play. This is PlayStation's. This is all the games we're announcing or stuff that are coming up in the recent time or updates and stuff. The biggest one that I saw that I was interested in because I used to watch it all the time was Gundam. So I think it was it's in Japan on the eastern side because anime is huge over in Japan. They have a huge statue over there somewhere of a Gundam too. I haven't been there. I've just seen pictures of it. But it's called Gundam Evolution. It's gonna be a 6v6 Gundam game. So like a team deathmatch, 6v6. And it spreads across all the different Gundam times. So I'm gonna bring it up on the screen. There is a small trailer that I found that we can watch on a minute and a half of this Gundam trailer. We'll pull up the full screen and we'll just see what kind of things there are in the game. So it looks like it pulls Gundams from all the different Gundam universes.
Yeah. You got different game modes, which is good.
It just looks like some just chaotic fun.
Yeah.
You can turn
that's pretty dope.
Wow, that's nice.
Of course, you got the OG in there.
Yeah, like they got the OG. They got them all. So that definitely looks fun.
It's a nice twist. It's like Titanfall.
Titanfall, yes. I love Titanfall. It was one of my
Yeah.
favorite games. Is the reason we play
Yeah.
Apex so much because it gives with some. I love giant robot games, and I always thought like I want to see a Gundam game.
Me
or I
too.
can either customize or be one of the Gundams I see in
Yeah.
the anime, and this kind of fits that bill a bit. 6v6 team deathmatch. Looks like I had some type of domination, kind of capture the flag where you got to get a point. You had probably just a regular old team deathmatch, and you can do hand-to-hand combat. It looks like with the sword, the spears, the lightsabers. That's Star Wars, but it had saber blade, rockets. You got your tank Gundams. Like it had a whole bunch. You had the OG Gundam in there with the shield and everything. So it looks fun. I wonder how many Gundams we get to select from this.
Right, and I wonder if they're actually gonna let you create your own.
That's what I'd like to see. I would like to see where I can like switch an arm out for a different arm, or make it more like, all right, I like this giant spear on this one. I don't put on this nice red other one,
Yeah.
type of thing. So I don't know if it because it just seems like a team together. So it just looks like you select your type of Gundam you want to play,
and then
you play with it, and you got to have some type of team composition because it's 6v6. So it's not like huge team deathmatch like Modern Warfare, Call of Duty or Battlefield. It's just more of a strategical, kind of like Overwatch, a strategical team deathmatch. Pushing the tank. You get to be Lucar, whatever I can't remember. You're like Ash, and then you were another guy, and we had to kind of work together with our different abilities. So I'm assuming each Gundam will probably have its own ability and own play style to help the team as a whole. So it'd be cool to see customization. I kind of don't see that in this game based off the little bit of the game trailer we see. But it wasn't, they said it was announced about June of last year. And the test, network testing was done in Japan, but Western release was unconfirmed up until the state of play. And I think it actually might only be a PlayStation exclusive, this Gundam game, because it's anime. Usually anime games are only on the PlayStation for the most part that I've seen. So if you want to play this, you need to have a PlayStation. At least what I'm reading, according to IGN articles. So any articles that we cover today, they're all in the description down below if you guys want to read them yourself. You got down there, I got to put the trailer down there, all the articles that we're covering for the news, and all that stuff down there. So if you want to read it yourself, go down in the description down below, click on any links, and you'll be able to find the articles that we are referencing some of our news from. But yeah, shooter Gundam game.
I dig it.
Really fun.
I miss watching Gundams. I haven't really watched the ones on Netflix.
There's a lot. The problem what I had with Gundam, there's so many Gundam anime.
Yeah.
So some of them, a lot of them good, some of them not so good.
Yeah.
It all depends on the story. This has to go a good story. And a lot of giant robot battles. Yeah, this looks like a ton of fun. I definitely give it a try. Will it be my main game? Probably not, but I definitely want to play it for sure.
Yeah, it'd be like those. I'm bored of this game. Let me put this one back in.
Yeah. All right. So another thing we're going to talk about for a bit is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters. Master Duel, sorry. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So this was released about a few months ago. So it's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Link. It's not any of the past Yu-Gi-Oh! It's its own thing now. Its own style. Not really its own style of play, but its own set of, how do I say this? So, in like the actual physical card game, Japan's usually had compared to America. This online version kind of combines those pools, so no one's ahead of which. So it's kind of different. The ban list I've heard is different than the actual physical trading card games you go play in your local stores and stuff. But I've been playing it for about 3 weeks now, off and on. It's a lot of fun once you get used to it. There's some moments where like the opponent will take 30 minutes to take their turn, and then you just end up losing, and you just take your turn. You like set a card, play a creature. You're like, all right, I pass, and this guy is like, fusion link, summon, go back to sacrifice, play this card, play this trap card. Now I activate this card to play this card. I fuse 2 more cards to play another card. Do this card. He gets a boost to get rid of that card, and I do this, and it's just that for the whole time you're watching, and you're just like, okay. And then he just kills you.
Yeah, that takes some fun out of it, man. Like,
kind of like, and that's real in trading card game. That's how it works.
I know.
And it's just like, there's not times where if they start doing things like that, I'll be like, all right, surrender. You got it. I don't care. You have it. I'm not waiting for you. Move on to the next thing, because I don't have any decks like that. I build a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, and then I build a Toon deck. Fun decks. They're not really super competitive, but like they can be good in the right situations.
Yeah.
But you have decks that are like, I have all the greatest cards, and I will play everything in my deck now, and you will die. I'm just kind of like, the moment that starts for like the first 2 minutes, I'm like, all right, I surrender. You can have it. I'm not gonna wait here and just watch you do that entire thing.
Yeah. I'll just go to the Shadow Realms.
Just send me now, because I don't care.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in the Shadow Realm than watch you do this all day. But there's moments where you're like, you and your opponent are going back and forth, and that's what's fun. I'm like, yeah, I'll play my Red Eyes Egg, and I get to play my Red Eyes Black Dragon to play another card, and I'm on a Toon deck, and I get to attack you directly because I have Toon World on the field. Get out of here, boy. But it takes a couple turns to do that, so it's not just like instantaneous. And when I summon, like for my Toon deck, when I summon my Toons, they can't attack the first turn that they're summoned. So I have to wait a turn when they're summoned before I can attack. But I can play a whole bunch out, and then like with Toon Kingdom, I can just banish cards from the top of my deck so they don't go away. Like, I'm going to destroy you with a trap card. All right, banish a card. They stay on the field. I'm going to attack your Toon because I'm 5,000 powerful. All right, cool. I sacrifice another card. I'll just keep it on the field. So then my following turn, I can finish you.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's just, I like that. In my Blue Eyes deck, I get to summon big, powerful Blue Eye Dragons. I'm just like, yes, all day. My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card of all times has always been is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I even had little statues as a kid, little figures of Blue Eyes White Dragons in my room. It's my favorite card. What's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card?
So, Lackluster Soldier.
That's a good one. My other one,
I remember getting that deck, and every time I was like, "Yo, I have to make sure that these are like the first 5 cards I pick out." It was like the Bloodluster Soldier, and then the Bloodluster Ritual.
Yeah,
sacrifice 2, pick them up. I get those, and then when I picked up Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, I'm like, "Yo, it's over. You're done."
Yeah, Dark Magician Girl is my other favorite card.
Yeah,
I like Dark Magician Girl, and I like Blue Eyes White Dragon. But yeah, so
I like Red Eyes Black Dragon too.
I like him too, but Blue Eyes is the OG. Has been my boy. And then Joey's like, I have black. I was like, that's dope. And then I saw his pack power. I was like, no, go away.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said with Dark Magician. I'm like, Dark Magician has a low power.
Yeah, but the defense is flip.
But yeah, he kills the Blue Eyes like every single time. Like,
oh yeah, Yugi plays a bunch of cool cards, and you're like, oh my god. Have you ever noticed, like, because I used to play the trading card game, right? Like it seemed like in the original animes, they just made up whatever they want.
Yeah,
Card out there. I was like, I'm gonna play this card and it lets me do all this stuff. And you got the card in real life and like,
I can't do this.
that's not what. Wait a minute. The anime lied to me.
Yeah.
It was always fun. I was be like as a fucking you're a 10-year-old kid and just, like, you're reading and you're like, he totally made that up.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
What was it like? That clock.
Oh yeah, I can't remember it.
I forget it. But yeah.
Time Wizard. I think it was it.
Yeah, Time Wizard.
He was like, I put a fort and he makes my dragon even 1,000-year-old dragon, and it doesn't. That's not what the card actually does. And you're like,
Nah, not even
I
close.
hate Yu-Gi-Oh even more.
Joey.
Yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters has been downloaded over 20 million downloads already for only being out for a few months. Free to play game, right? You can buy gems to buy your packs if you choose to. You can. Some people have done it. I have not. You can make a few decks with the gem. They give you a lot of gems at the beginning. So once you first download it, it's a bunch of gems. As long as you're logging in, you can get a bunch of gems to get your packs. And then the way that you get the packs in this game is if you unlock a card opening other packs, you get what they call secret packs, and you can buy those packs that are specific for those archetypes. So like Blue Eyes White Dragon, they get a card that's related to Blue Eyes, secret pack of Blue Eyes stuff. So I could just open only Blue Eyes related stuff in those packs, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
And then if you have more than a certain copy, more than 3 copies of the card, you can dismantle those cards and create new cards. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So for every 3 cards you dismantle, you can make one. But the thing is, it has to be of the same rarity. So like uncommon cards can only create uncommon cards. So I dismantle 3 uncommon cards, I can make 1 uncommon card. So if I have ultra rare cards, a bunch of extra ones, for every 3 ultra rare cards, I can create 1 when I dismantle it.
Yeah, it's like Duel Links. Duel Links, you could do the same thing.
So it's kind of cool. So I can, like, if I don't ever plan on playing this certain fiend monster that I have ultra rares, I'll dismantle it and a bunch of those, and I'll go grade a Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah,
if I need to.
So yeah, I remember like in Duel Links, like when you unlock like one of the duelist decks, you have the same one like 3 times. I'm like, click, 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 click. I'll just save one. I just need one of them. I don't need 4 of the same guy. I don't need 4 of the Time Wizard.
But because Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, Master Duel, hit that milestone there. If you log in, already having the copy, they are giving away 1,000 gems. So if you already have it or you plan on playing it, log in now. They're giving free 1,000 gems right off the bat, on top of whatever else you get for going in and playing. And you get to play online. It's only play online, and there is a solo mode where like you can play sort of stories and learn the history of a certain archetype, which is kind of cool, and you can earn gems that way too without paying in.
Oh, that's dope.
So there's ways to get some gems without actually paying into it, and then they have their little battle pass that costs the gem. So if you want to buy that and get some, you get crafting material, so stuff to craft your rare cards. It's like onesies or twos, like you get 3 ultra rare, but it's like 10. So you need 30 of these crafting materials to create it. So when you dismantle an ultra rare, you get 10 of these credits. If you have a hollow version of it, it's like 15. So I think the concept's cool and all, but because of how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is and all the cards that are out now, when people take long turns like that, it's very discouraging to play, especially people who don't want to put in hundreds of dollars like that. I just want to go in there and kind of have fun and play and kind of rank up. I don't want to sit there for 20 minutes and watch my opponent take this turn just for me to die at the end of this turn.
Yeah.
type of thing. I want to be able to go, I play it, do some things. I got set up a bit. Now it's your turn. I can try. Oh, you stopped me. Little bit of a back and forth, not just, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I want to be like good game,
A
not
little bit in an
screw you,
active.
dude.
Yeah,
Like,
a little bit more active. That's the only real downfall. It's fun to play for sure, especially when you do get those games. You're like, yeah, I'm good. I can set up. I can just do this and all that. But when it's a turn, like I'm just like, all right, I don't have a really good hand. I kind of boloed, but I can kind of find it next turn. I can get things next turn going. And then your opponent, it's only turn 2 in the game, takes a 20-minute turn, and you just like, I just died.
yeah,
Type of thing. So
I get that.
little frustration there, but it's still definitely fun to play. I definitely recommend anyone to play it. It's definitely fun. So with that milestone, I scroll down a little bit down to the article. That's more downloads than Yugo Duel Links. So Duel Links have only has more than 140 million downloads when this one has over 20 million times. So 4 million downloads. So it's getting close. It is not as popular. Sorry, I skipped right. Not as popular as Duel Links. So has 140 downloads, but this one's already hit 20 million. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links has been out for a few years now, maybe a lot more than a few years.
Yeah.
So it's fun to play. You could play on your computer, PlayStation, or your phone. So you can play all of them, and you can link all your accounts together. So you can play on your computer, and then you going out in the world, and you still want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! You have it on your phone. And you're like, I don't feel like playing on my computer. I'm gonna play it on my PlayStation now. So you can all link your accounts together. Well, that's kind of cool too. But I am very excited. So the reason we're talking about this, I'm going to lean into Pokemon TCG Live. It's been tested. It's beta in Canada right now. I know a lot of Canadian YouTubers who open up Pokemon product packs or do the decks are playing it. It looks good to play. It makes it easier to see the card. It's meant for more mobile version for your phone than it is for a PC. But it looks fun to play. I can't wait. I have a bunch of codes that I've been saving up from the game releases because it's gonna have the same concept. It's gonna have the dismantling of the cards. I don't think you can buy anything in game with real money, which I would like to see at some point. But what the biggest deal about this version compared to the Pokemon TCG Online, which is the old one, which is the one out right now, is they have the training system where like you can, I need a let's just for example, I need a Jolteon, right? There's a super rare Jolteon, and what people would do because you can buy online packs from third party people, which is nice. And it was like because digital packs are like 10 cents a pop, depending how popular. Sometimes it goes up to 40 cents a pack because it just released, and everyone's trying to get the newest card, right? They got rid of trading, so before people would buy all these packs, and I would have to trade 50 of these packs or 140 of these packs for one card. And there was a way to even rip people off that would be like, if you don't click for sure and you're clicking fast, sometimes you just traded 150 packs for an energy card. So there were scammers out there that were trying to do that to get more digital packs for themselves, type of thing. So they alleviated the whole trading concept, which blew people's mind because it's called Pokemon Trading Card Game. But it makes it easier for new players to come in and not have to worry about being ripped off. And they're going to have their own battle pass. I'm just going to call it battle pass because what everyone is doing. I don't know if it's going to be a battle pass, but you get to buy this pass, you get to unlock, you get to get cards, rare cards, money gem, in-game currency, all that. They're all doing the same concept that all these other free-to-play games are doing. I would like to see where I can spend some money there, but I don't know how the market would be because like vendors when they open their packs, sell their singles and stuff, they also sell those digital codes by themselves. So if that did become a thing inside TCG Live, I don't know if those prices are going to fluctuate to match what the in-game currency is for a pack is, or if they're going to keep the prices down low. So it just all depends. And so the pros and cons, I don't know 100%. I've seen some YouTubers play. It still looks fun. It's still Pokemon. So you like playing Pokemon TCG, you're going to get it. You can transfer all your old account on TCG, Pokemon TCG Online over to Live. But if you had any extra cards, you don't get to dismantle them. They'll just disappear and you'll just have only 4 copies of the card. So that's why I've been saving my codes, and I recommend everyone else to save your codes, because when I go open those packs and I get extra of the same copies, I can then dismantle those cards to make new cards. So I've been thinking long term, there's a huge stack of codes that I have been saving to play. So I'm going to be scanning a lot of the codes when it first comes out. I'm going to do a video where I'm opening all these packs for you guys. First time opening packs on Pokemon TCG Live. So I'm looking forward to that game as well. I want to make videos on it, and hopefully you guys watch it and all that stuff. But is there anything else that you want to talk about that you've maybe read recently that you want to talk about before we end the show?
No, I haven't been keeping up with anything lately. I just started my new soccer season, so I've been busy with that lately.
Yeah, we've both been having pretty busy schedule recently.
Yeah.
At least most of the time, majority, there's only been a couple of times, we try to keep the show. We try to make sure we do the show every Saturday at 9 p.m. We enjoy the show. I just like to talk about all things nerd-like, video games, movies. We're not. I don't know if we'll just only focus on video games, because now video games are moving to movies too. I like talking about movies. I want to maybe even talk about when Obi-Wan comes out. Moon Knight hits at the end of this month. I want to talk about some Moon Knight stuff on the show too.
We got 3 weeks for Moon Knight.
Moon Knight's going to be fun. All those Batman, I'm telling you, everyone that's watching or has watched or will watch, Batman fans will come over to be Moon Knight fans all of a sudden.
I'm saying right now, I've been a Moon Knight fan.
We both have been Moon Knight fans since Moon Knight. It's been a thing for us. The only reason you can't say like, we want Moon Knight, just can't get Moon Knight stuff half the time.
Yeah, I can't.
He wasn't a popular character.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I have so much Batman stuff, I can't get so much, Moon Knight stuff.
Batman's super popular. Moon Knight isn't. I think he will be after this. The actor is amazing. That's going to be playing. I don't think they could have picked a better actor to play Moon Knight, in my opinion. I'm sad that they're only doing 3 of his personalities. I wish I could see like the 7 that he has, but they have the main 3. So I got Mr. Moon Knight, you got Moon Knight, and then I can always forget his actual name because I like Moon Knight, not actually the crazy guy that has the personality disorder. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, guys. Don't read a lot of Moon Knight stuff, but I love Moon Knight. And Moon Knight hasn't always had recent comics until recent years. He had a few here and there, but you guys are definitely gonna love Moon. If you like Batman, you're for sure going to like Moon Knight. He's just the opposite of what Batman is. Just remember that. He's the opposite. He will kill, he will destroy, and he will not hold back.
No.
He actually has powers, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So, and then there's Obi-Wan. May. You got Morbius coming out August 1st. April, yes. I don't know why I said August.
April 1st.
April 1st. Then we got Sonic. I want to talk about some Sonic stuff when that comes out. That looks good.
So it's literally Moon Knight comes out March 30th.
Oh, yeah. You got Moon Knight. Then
2 days later, Morbius comes out.
And 2 weeks later from there, I believe, then you got Sonic.
Yes.
And then end of May 25th, which is also, if you didn't know, that's the same day that the original Star Wars aired in theaters. That's the reason they did May 25th instead of May 4th.
Yep.
There's articles out there about it, but that's why they did that specific date, is because the original Star Wars A New Hope premiered in theaters. And that's what changed cinema forever, was because of that movie, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I love Star Wars so much. They do things out of the ordinary and take things a little bit further when it comes to design. So, but other than that, I think we'll end it here. I'm very excited. We're going to also be talking about, we'll make it official. We're also going to be talking about some movies and TV shows on the show as well, because I definitely want to talk about that kind of stuff as well. It makes me excited and happy as well to talk about that and share that information or opinions about certain things. So,
Ready? Close it out, guys.
let's do it.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you, Mr. and Mrs. Haas. You're not far behind with not watching Batman. There's multiple people. Batman will be hitting HBO Max in April, so you will still have an opportunity then. It'll be a lot cheaper than going to the movies, but thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. For everybody that had that nice snow today, be careful driving. Stay healthy. Stay safe. We love you guys. Peace out.